How's it going, everyone? Thanks for joining me on the second episode of my City Skylines Green City series. As you can see, our city is growing quite nicely. A lot of new residents moving in, and we're making quite a bit of money. I filled in most of our city now with high-density residential areas, but left some low-density residential areas just to make it feel a little bit less crowded. Our central park here is getting quite busy already, and is doing quite well in adding some green space in our city. I'd like to start working on this area over here. We'll be putting in some new roads here, a train station for some freight, and maybe a university here as well. Planning to put most of our new industrial area over here between these two roundabouts. Hopefully in the future it'll help with our traffic. I'd like to continue the highway underground over here so it doesn't block up any space in this area. Now I think that looks pretty good for now. We have a road set up to access our railway over here. We also have good access to the highway as well as to the old industrial area. But before expanding our industrial area, we actually need to build a university to meet our educational needs. Thanks to all that expanding and building all those new roads, we actually ran out of money, so we'll have to wait a little bit before we start our university. To get our university started, we'll need to build a university administration building, which costs about $50,000. Actually, I'm quite impatient, so I'll just take a loan so we can start building now. Okay, now that we have our money, let's place our administration building here in the center. Next, I'll need to paint the university area so we can place the rest of our buildings and make a nice little campus. After doing some work on the university, I built this new area over here for our new residents. I think our university is looking pretty good for now. Hopefully that'll help with our demand for highly educated workers. Our central park is doing very good. It's about to level up to the max level. I forgot to do this earlier, but let's make it our main park. Let's add some celebrations as well, and some recycling. Now that our city is expanding quite a lot, let's start working on some public transportation. Let's use the biofuel buses to help keep our city green. Now to work on our bus lines to help keep control of that traffic. Now that we have our bus lines placed, let's check to see how many people are actually waiting at each stop. We can see that our bus lines are actually quite busy, so let's increase the number of buses to keep up with the demand and so that people don't have to wait so long. We were running low on power earlier, so I put the solar power plant over here, and now that it seems like we have more than enough power, let's remove these other wind turbines as it's making our city look quite messy. Now that we cleaned that up, our city is looking a lot nicer now. After a little bit of time, I went back to check up on our bus lines. They seem to be doing quite well, as there's a lot of people riding them, so I had to increase the number of buses. Hopefully that reduces our traffic by quite a bit. The last thing I'd like to work on for this episode is on a cargo train. Hopefully this will increase the number of goods coming in and out of our city without blocking the traffic that's coming on and off of our highway. And there we go. I made sure to have one-way roads here so that the trucks don't block each other. I think our green city over here is turning out quite well. Let's have a quick look at our traffic over here and see how we're doing. Overall, I think we're doing quite well. There are a few red areas over here, but I think they're just busy roads. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and remember, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to add them as soon as I see them. I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe so you can keep up with this series and check out some of my other videos.